What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, Holly done sunk low. Holly done went low this time. Like, Holly pulled out all the stops just to accomplish what Victor wanted her to accomplish. And I'm just like, Holly, think. I understand she's scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's doing whatever she can to save her son. I get that. But she needs to realize, like, Victor don't leave loose ends. He don't leave witnesses. Like, she and Ethan can connect him to things. You know what I'm saying? Especially Ethan's kidnapping, and imprisonment and false imprisonment. You know what I mean? They can link Victor to those things. Victor's not going to leave it to chance. Once he's done with Holly, like, he has no more use for her, he's going to get rid of her. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get rid of her. He's going to get rid of Ethan. That's what she needs to realize. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing Victor's bidding all for nothing because he's going to kill you anyway. He's going to kill your son anyway. So this is all for nothing. Like, that's why I felt like she should have cultivated some type of plan. You know what I'm saying? She should have created some type of plan to play Victor, get Ethan, something. Come up with something. You know what I'm saying? Because if she just sit back and do what Victor want her to do, it's not going to work out in her favor in the long run. It's really not. She done had to stoop so low as to drugging Robert. You know what I'm saying? Like, she called Victor. She said, listen, if you want me to get this briefcase with the diamonds in them and the Ice Princess, you need to send me something so I can accomplish that. Otherwise, how am I supposed to do that? So, Johan popped up like the Candy Man himself. You just say the name and boom, he just appeared behind you. So Johan popped up. He slipped her some drugs, some knockout drugs or whatever. And she told Robert, order some shots. Because, he met up with, Diane bumped into him or whatever. Diane is so smitten with Robert. Diane want her some Robert, I could tell. She really do like him. I could see him and Diane being together. Because when this whole Victor thing is over with, I don't see him and Holly picking up where things left off romantically. I don't see them getting back together. And the reason I say that is because Robert has been settled the last few years. Like, he's been living in Port Charles the last few years. He has a great career there now. Great job. I don't see him packing up leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see Holly staying. Holly's not one to just stick around. She's an adventurer. That's the type of person Holly is. She likes to be out and about, see the world, go on missions, do different things. She's not a settled down domestic kind of person. That's just not her style. So unless Robert is willing to give up his DA job and leave Port Charles again, I don't see how that would work. So I definitely could, see him getting with Diane. That way they both live in Port Charles. It makes more sense. And it's clear that they, kind of like each other. So I could see that going down. So, of course, he took the shot because he was like, oh, we got to have salt. Like, we got to do it the traditional way. And she was like, oh, I don't do salt no more. So she switched to salt with that damn powdery, knockout drug or whatever. So he took it. And the next thing you know, he did the shot. Next thing you know, that man is face down on the table. And Diane was like, well, shit, we need to call an ambulance or something. And Holly said, no, he just had too much to drink off one goddamn shot. I ain't never known nobody to be that damn lightweight. Off of one shot, you face down in the table. No, man. And Diane even was puzzled by that. She was like, nah, even Diane, felt like something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Because Holly's sitting there taking him, talking about, oh, he needs to go take a nap and stuff. She started walking him to the room or whatever. Like, look like she bringing him to the room to sleep it off or whatnot. And Diane got on her phone after she greeted Sonny and Nina or whatever. She got on her phone and left a voicemail for Robert, like, checking up on him, like, listen, basically saying, like, call me because something ain't right with your girl. Like, she don't trust Holly at this point. And I think it's woman's intuition because remember when Laura popped back in town and saw Holly and talked to her for a few seconds, even she felt like something wasn't right with her. And that's based off of a very, small conversation. She felt like something wasn't right. It's just, your spidey senses start tingling. And Diane knew something wasn't right with that. So, of course, Robert stumbles off the elevator and stuff like that, and the briefcase is gone. I'm like, of course, she done got the briefcase with the damn Ice Princess and the necklace in there. And she all on the pier looking at it and whatnot. I'm like, Holly, like, I know she loved Robert and stuff like that, but damn, Holly. Like, I get that you desperate to save your son, but you causing more harm than you causing good right about now. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that. Let me tell you something. Martin, I'm trying to be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be on my diet and whatnot, on my healthy kick. But Martin and his damn hummingbird cake, like, why you gotta show this? Like, it's just making me want something sweet now, because why are you showing this shit? Like, now I gotta go eat my carrots and pretend like it's a damn cake at this point. And that's what I do. I eat something healthy and I just pretend it's something that I really love. Like, some barbecue ribs and something. I just pretend. I just be eating that shit pretending. Like, yeah, eating my carrots and an apple. Like, oh, this some good pie. Oh, this some good cookies. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta sit here and pretend like it's something that you really actually want. You know what I mean? But you can't have it. But you can in moderation. But knowing me, listen, there is no such thing as moderation with me. I would eat a whole goddamn pack if I had it. I'm just saying. So I just gotta leave it alone. So he's sitting there with the hummingbird cake, stewing about Lucy and stuff like that. He mad about the whole Anna situation, blaming Valentine, talking about your girlfriend murdered my girlfriend and stuff. Valentine was like, listen, I sympathize with your ass, but she didn't do it. Okay, I'm sitting here telling you she didn't do it. She was framed. So they getting into that, and Martin says something about a shot. He was like, oh, when your girlfriend fired that shot. And that caught Valentine off guard because he said, no, it was 2 shots. And so that made Valentine realize it really wasn't 2 shots. He was like, no, something ain't right. Because they only found 1 shell casing. They only found 1 bullet casing. And he was like, Anna wouldn't need a second shot. She would only need 1. So he's starting to think like maybe that little tidbit of information might be something that can help him clear Anna's name. You know what I'm saying? If they could retrace those steps and figure out what the fuck happened. So Valentine and Martin, I guess, are going to have to team up and figure this thing out. Because, Valentine is not about to let his boo take the fall. He said, absolutely not. I will clear her good name if it's the last thing I do. I said, go ahead, Valentine. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. Go clear your woman name. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that. Nina. Fuckity fuck Nina. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be very transparent. I wanted Carly to drag her. I wanted Carly to take that soup, pour it over her fucking head, and drag her. I wanted her to just mop the floor with her shit. Like, that's what I wanted Carly to do. Because you know what? I'm tired of Carly and Nina being in each other's face and there's no blows being thrown. Like, fuck this. Fuck the talking. Put up your dukes and let's see what y'all made of. Like, Frank Valentini, this what we gonna have to do. I see I might have to come down there and take charge of this and facilitate this thing here. What we need to do is get on the phone. We need to call, WWE. We need to call Stephanie McMahon. We need to call Triple H. We need to get on the phone, call them. We need a WrestleMania fucking match between Carly and Nina. I'm just saying. We need to get, you know how many tickets we could sell with that? And of course, I got to get my portion at the door since I'm facilitating this. I'm the Don King of this thing here. We need to facilitate this because I'm going to need them to get it on. I'm tired of the talking. We need some bitch slapping. We need some DDTs, some suplexes, a Stone Cold Stunner. We need a pedigree, the rock bottom. We need something. I want a match with them. I want a match. And I want to put a stipulation in the match. A couple of stipulations. The loser leaves Port Charles and the loser loses the Metro Court for good. So if Nina loses, she forfeits her ownership of the Metro Court and she got to leave Port Charles. If Carly loses, Carly, you just leave Port Charles. I'm just saying. We need to do this. Come on now, Frank. We need to work together and get this thing booked because I had enough. I'm tired of these confrontations between them and no hands are being thrown. Because Nina, listen, I'm just saying Nina wouldn't be talking to me like that. I'm just saying she wouldn't be talking greasy to me like that. Because, ooh. So, Carly, of course, is sitting at the table. And Nina tries to be funny and hand her a menu. Talking about, she didn't hand her a menu, but she was like, I can get you a menu. Carly said, oh, no. I love how Carly played that shit, though. She was like, no, I'm just waiting for my room to be ready. She was like, I booked the honeymoon suite. I'm waiting for Britt to come. I love that shit. And that's when Nina realized, yeah, Sonny and Carly talked, and she know what happened. She know that Nina put out, tried to be messy. And so shit was starting to get heated and whatnot. So they went to the little nook area, to have their confrontation. And Carly basically told her, she said, listen, I'm fed up with your ass. I'm tired of you running your mouth about me and my family, trying to be messy, trying to be the town gossip. And that's my thing. Like I said about Nina before, if you're going to be messy, if you're going to be a busybody, you're going to be a gossip, at least point out the right shit. Because you've been wrong. You've been messy and wrong twice now. And it made you look stupid. It made you look very stupid. And Carly, pretty much told her, like, you need to mind your damn business. Like, you need to stop coming at me and my family. Like, leave us the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? And Nina had the nerve to try to use Wiley as an excuse about the Willow situation. Talking about, because I just didn't want Wiley to, grow up in a broken home. And Carly was like, well, shit, the only homewrecker around this bitch is you. Like, for real. And my whole thing, what was so funny about that statement, you could tell Nina full of shit. Because you're worried about Wiley growing up in a broken home. What about Donna? What about Avery? What about them? You weren't worried about them growing up in a broken home when you fucked her husband. I'm just saying, all right, call a spade a spade. I don't care what nobody say. I got to be real on this one. How you worried about him growing up in a broken home, but you willingly took your ass to the Hornet Star? Mind you, Sonny did not call her. He was waiting for Carly. Soon as she heard Sonny was there by himself, why did you feel the need to go there? Because you knew you wanted some mob dick. That's all it was. You wasn't concerned about kids at that point. You were concerned about your vagina and what you needed and what you wanted. And you got it. That's what you were worried about. So I feel like her statement about Wiley coming from a broken home, that was just her bullshit at this point. That was her, trying to put up a lie, trying to, make it something that it wasn't, just so she could justify being messy. That's all it really was. That's all it was. You were messy, it backfired on you twice. Now go sit down. You know what I mean? Like, go have a sit down. So now she's sitting here trying to brag to Carly about how, how different the Metro Court is now. Because she's sitting there talking about, oh, this is my hotel now. You don't own this anymore. You're not going to talk to me like that in my hotel. She going to talk to you how she want to talk to you. What you going to do? Call security and have them escort her out? Go ahead. But if it was me, I'm going to talk to you how I want to talk to you, since you trying to be all bold and you being up in my business. So she going to say, oh, all the changes that she made. Oh, they got a new chef. Oh, I changed some of the decor. Oh, the hotel is thriving without you. The hotel been thriving. That's why she made so much money off of it when she sold it, when she put the shares up. It was obviously thriving before you got there. Duh, don't try to sit there and make it sound like you're the reason that the hotel is now thriving, because it was thriving before you. I'm just saying, like, I'm just putting that out there. Carly had about enough of her talk. So a waitress came by with some soup. Carly picked that soup up. And Nina, no, put that down. You put that down. Oh, Nina, be quiet. You sound like a Karen. Shut up. So Carly was like, you want this soup? And Carly was dead ass about to pour that shit on her. I said, Carly, go ahead and do it. I understand you don't want to disrespect your staff, your former staff, but pour that shit on her, because she deserved it at this point for running that lip. So Carly decided, no, I'm not going to pour it on you, because she was like, no, I'm not going to stoop that low, and I respect this hotel too much, and I respect the staff too much to do that. So, of course, Sonny and Drew popped up, getting in the middle of it and whatnot, breaking it up and whatever, because they had their little run-in at the gym. And Sonny was, eavesdropping on that conversation about him helping Willow find her biological parents and whatnot. Because, Sonny wants to sit there talking about, oh, I heard about you and Carly being together and I'm happy for y'all. Drew was like, you mean it, or you just saying it? He was like, no, I'm happy. A part of me felt like, no. Sonny, I feel like, of course, he want Carly to be happy deep down, but Sonny's always going to have feelings for Carly. And no matter what Carly say to Nina, like, oh, you can have Sonny, I don't want him no more, you're always going to still love him. That love just don't go nowhere. I feel like they're just upset with each other for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And that's why y'all not together. That's part of the reason y'all not together no more. And that's, like, part of the reason why Carly still got that attitude with Sonny, because you're still mad at him. You know what I'm saying? But she always gonna rock with that man. She always gonna love him no matter what. Because when she was with Jax, we heard that same song and dance before. Oh, I don't want nothing to do with you. Oh, this, that. You said that shit before, and look at you. You got right back in his orbit. So I feel like she gonna get back in his orbit again somewhere down the line. So you could spew all that if you want to. Y'all still got love for each other. At the end of the day, y'all just mad at each other for various reasons. Like I said, that's nothing new. So Carly asked Drew about the whole Willow thing, like him looking for her birth parents and stuff, and that's when she keep flashing back to her lying to him about, you know, Nina really being the mother. And of course, you know, she offered to help him with that. And I'm like, the only reason Carly offered to help was because she want to keep tabs on Drew's investigation. She want to see how far he gonna get and what he gonna find out. I feel like that's the only reason she offered to help. But shit gonna hit the fan when people find out Carly knew about this for months and didn't say nothing. Like, I don't know what their reaction gonna be, like, from Michael and all them, but I'm pretty sure Willow probably gonna be pissed. Nina most definitely gonna be pissed. So anyway, Sonny pretty much told Nina, like, yo, you need to stay away from Carly. Leave her alone, stay away from her. And she's sitting there talking about, oh, I'm trying to leave her alone. I'm trying to stay away from her. But somebody need to tell Carly to do the same. Carly not fucking with you, though. Carly don't bother Nina. Nina's the one that's always antagonizing. She the one that's always in Carly's face every minute. You the one that's always in her family face and business every 5 seconds. And if you were really trying to stay away from Carly and leave Carly alone, why are you meddling in her fucking business? Like, just because you see her and Britt together, here you go running your lips. Like, mind your business. You're the one that keep coming at her. Carly not thinking about you. You keep doing something to piss her off every minute. So obviously you're not doing your best to stay away from her, Nina. That's what I be talking about. She be trying to gaslight people. Like, oh, I'm trying to stay away from her. No, you're not. No, you're not. You could tell that lie somewhere else. No, you're not. So anyway, moving on from that, let me tell y'all something. That Britt and Obrecht scene broke me. I'm not even gonna lie. Kathleen Gaddy and Kelly, they tore the house down. Like, Kelly has been killing this storyline with the Huntingtons. She's been killing it. You know, she brought her mother up to speed about, you know, going to see a specialist, because her mother was like, we can go, you know, see a specialist. She was like, I already did. And the specialist told me I got between 5 and 15 years. And she was like, basically, I'm going to need full-time assistant living care in the next year and a half, basically. And Obrecht was like, nah, we going to fight this. We going to find a solution. And, you know, Britt just told her, stop. She was like, listen, I don't need a doctor right now. She said, I need my mother. I felt that. I could see you could hear the pain in her voice when she said that. You know what I'm saying? And Obrecht just came back at her and was like, listen, I'm sorry. She was like, but, you know, being a doctor and fixing stuff comes natural to me more than being a mother. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I felt like you deserved a better mother. But you know what? Britt is happy with the mother she got. Yeah, Obrecht not perfect. Obrecht was cold as ice as a parent. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Britt would have it any other way as far as a parent. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm glad Obrecht was there for Britt. Britt wouldn't want any other parent, in my opinion, other than Obrecht. Because even though Obrecht was hard as nails, she still, in her own way, was a good, decent mother to her. You know, well, in the latter years than the previous years. Because when we first met Obrecht, she was cold as fucking ice. Like, she was the ice queen, basically. You know what I'm saying? When it came to parenting. But she softened. You know what I'm saying? I think over the years, you know, Britt noticed that, you know, and they got close. But she was really there for Britt. You know, but Britt pretty much told her, like, listen, I just need to be alone right now to process all this. Because it's a hell of a lot to process. You know, and she told, you know, Obrecht basically to embrace her love with Scott, you know, live her life in a way. She ain't say it, but, you know, live your life. You know, embrace the love that you got with Scott. Hold on to that. You know what I mean? Because Britt doesn't have that. You know, she wants that, but she can't have it. You know, not with this disease and not with it kicking her ass and progressing the way it is. So I felt bad for Britt. But that scene right there just broke me. I said, good goddamn. I was like, Lord have mercy. That scene was just so good. That scene was just too good. I said, wow. You know, it just blew me away. You know, the emotion. Like, I couldn't fathom getting, like, and it's people in real life that get news like that. Like, oh, you know, your cancer is progressing. Oh, this is this and this. And it's like a gut punch. that you know is getting to those points where there's nothing you can do other than try and live out the rest of your life as normal as possible, as normal can be. So I felt this scene. I felt like it was beautifully done. Beautiful. So moving on from that, Dante pretty much was giving Chase the lowdown on what's going on with his job and stuff. He was like, listen, I sent BLQ the freaking email weeks ago because Chase wanted to know. He said, how long ago did you let her know that she needed to write a letter? He said it was weeks ago. So Chase is starting to figure out that BLQ never intended to write that letter. So Dante's sitting there telling him, oh no, don't start thinking that way, and I think she did have intentions on writing it. No, she didn't, because if she really did, one, she wouldn't have deleted the email. Two, she would have fucking wrote it already. It don't take you weeks to write an email or write a letter for the board, for the review board. It don't take you that long. She ain't that busy. Like, I'm just saying, she ain't really busy at all. So what's taking you weeks to write that? You know what I'm saying? And I think Chase is starting to put that together. Like, she really don't want him back on the force. Like, she just want him to be some pop star or whatever, and that's not what he wants. And she over there making some deal with Link that she'll, endorse him, basically publicly endorse him. Like, she'll sing his praises whenever she does interviews or press junkets or whatever. So that way people won't think he's a creep, or if somebody do come out and say something about him, BLQ is singing his praises in the interview, so that way people won't believe it. Because here you got a woman saying that she worked with him and he was nothing but a gentleman, he was this and he was that. And I feel like this is how low BLQ is willing to sink to get these damn songs back. You're willing to lie about that? What about the girls that he harassed previously? What about the ones he's currently harassing, like Blaze? What about future women he's going to harass? Because it's not going to stop. And what if he takes it a step further? What if he assaults them? You know what I'm saying? And you want to sit here and really open the floodgates to that and sing his praises, knowing he's a fucking creep? Like, BLQ, it ain't worth it. Them songs ain't worth that. Throw his ass under the bus, go to the media, and let them know what type of perv he is. So that way other female artists could be aware. Other women on the street can be aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, let everybody know he's a snake. He's a perv. He's a creep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, BLQ is really sacrificing what's most important for these damn songs. It's like, if you're that good of a writer, of a songwriter, you can write new songs that's gonna bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need these old ones for? Let it go. Shit. It ain't worth it. So she's just sitting there making a deal with the devil, basically, off of these damn songs. And it's like, are you serious? Like, it's really worth it? And Chase need to get a backbone with her and let her know, like, listen, Dante told me that he sent you that damn email. You still ain't write the fucking letter. I would let her know about herself, because this is his career you messing with. You know what I'm saying? And Link's sitting there talking about, well, those are my terms. You're not going to get better terms, because now you're going to have a singing boyfriend cop with no future and no badge. Ain't nobody worried about Link. What he going to do? Go to the board? And try to make sure Chase doesn't get his job back? Ain't nobody worried about him. His words don't hold his words don't hold no power. So if I was BLQ, I would say fuck Link, and I would try to get Chase his job back, because that's really what he want. You're really sacrificing your relationship and everything else and your dignity off of some songs. It's ridiculous at this point. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all next week, Monday. Since the show is preempted, obviously Thanksgiving tomorrow, and they have a game, I think a football game or something on Friday. So the show is going to be preempted the next couple of days. So I will see you all Monday. I hope you all have a great night. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.